Hello student. Today I am going to teach you the new topic estimation of element in organic compounds. All of you know that organic compounds are made up of carbon, hydrogen and sometimes several other elements like nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, oxygen, halogens also present in the organic compound. So if we want to estimate, to know or to determine the percentage of any element in the organic compound, it is known as estimation. Estimation means to determine the percentage of any element in a given compound. And when we do this analysis, this is known as quantitative analysis of the compound. So, one by one we have to study how to calculate the percentage of different element present in an organic compound. As carbon and hydrogen are the major component of organic compound. So just now I am going to teach you how you will determine the percentage of carbon and hydrogen in a given compound. As all of you know that carbon and hydrogen are the major component, so together we have to estimate the percentage of carbon and hydrogen in a given organic compound. And this method first time studied by Liebig, so it is known as Liebig method to estimate the carbon and hydrogen. As any organic compound, when heated in excess of oxygen, in the presence of cupric oxide, the carbon and hydrogen present in the organic compound change into carbon dioxide and water molecule. As here in this equation, CHYO2 in presence of cupric oxide, we heat it when any organic compound, it will change into carbon dioxide and water molecule. So to note the percentage of carbon, we have to write down the formula 12 by 44 into mass of carbon dioxide formed divided by mass of given organic compound. And because we are calculating here percentage, so multiplied by 100. This is the formula to calculate the percentage of carbon in any organic compound. Next is percentage of hydrogen. For this, hydrogen converted into water molecule. So, in water molecule, 2 unit of hydrogen present in 18 gram into mass of water formed or obtained divided by mass of given organic compound. Into 100. This is the formula to know the percentage of any hydrogen in any organic compound. Next is, if nitrogen is present in any organic compound, how we calculate the percentage of nitrogen or how to estimate the nitrogen. This we can do by two methods. First method is known as Dumas method and second method is known as Cazardin's method. In first method, Dumas method, if organic compound is CXHY and Z. We have to heat it in excess of cupric oxide in presence of carbon dioxide. The carbon which is present here is changed into carbon dioxide. Hydrogen which is present here change into water molecule, and nitrogen which is present here change into nitrogen molecule. So this type of equation we get to estimate the percentage of nitrogen, and because here copper oxide is reduced, so we get some traces of copper also and some oxides of nitrogen also. Further, if we get the oxide of nitrogen, that is again treated with copper traces, and then itself reduced oxides of nitrogen reduced into the nitrogen. So we have to calculate the percentage of nitrogen is equal to nitrogen 28 divided by, because here we get the nitrogen which we collect by the displacement of, we get the volume of nitrogen, we collect the nitrogen, that is the volume of nitrogen. So first we convert this volume of nitrogen which we get here, if we get V volume of nitrogen, this we convert into the STP volume. Means at standard temperature and pressure, whatever the volume of nitrogen, first we have to calculate that. After that, we use the following equation: percentage of nitrogen is equal to 28 divided by 22,400 milliliter, which is the STP volume, into volume of nitrogen at STP that we get by using the Boyle's law. We have converted this volume in by using the Boyle's law. That volume we put here, and then we write down the mass of the organic compound. And because we are calculating the percentage, then we multiplied it by 100. So this is the method to calculate the estimation of nitrogen by using the Dumas method. So first we have to convert the organic compound in their oxide form by using the cupric oxide in presence of excess of carbon dioxide. All the carbon which are present here convert into the carbon dioxide, all the hydrogen which is present here change into the water molecule, and nitrogen which is present here converted into the nitrogen gas. So because all these are gases, so this carbon dioxide and water molecule we can separate it by using the caustic potash solution, and after that we collect the nitrogen gas and we convert the volume that we get the nitrogen here by using the gas law into the volume at STP. So that STP volume we put in this formula where to calculate the percentage of nitrogen, as percentage of nitrogen is equal to 28 by 22,400 milliliter into volume of nitrogen at STP that we get here, and mass of divided by mass of organic compound into 100. Now you will study how to estimate the nitrogen by Cazal's method, which is the second method to estimate the nitrogen. In In this method, we treat the organic compound with the concentrated sulfuric acid to form the ammonium sulfate. On heating, and then we treated this ammonium formed ammonium sulfate with caustic soda solution. It will gives the ammonia gas, and again we treated this ammonia gas with concentrated sulfuric acid. It will form ammonium sulfate. Now this formed ammonium sulfate is collected and we treated it by back titration method to calculate the percentage of nitrogen in the organic compound. If we know the mass of organic compound, let the mass of given organic compound is W gram, and volume of the known strength of the standard acid is V1 milliliter. Volume of the acid used to neutralize the base is V milliliter. Now strength of the acid, standard acid is N1 and strength of base is N2. We all know that when during any chemical reaction, gram equivalent of acid means whenever reactants are react together in their gram equivalent weight, means gram equivalent of acid is equal to gram equivalent of base. Means we can say N1 V upon 1000 is equal to N2 V2 upon 1000. By this we can calculate the volume of the acid which is used during the neutralization of base. So this is the volume of acid which used to neutralize the base, means V milliliter. If we subtract this volume from the initial volume of the acid, we get the volume V2 which is used to neutralize the ammonia, or by subtracting the volume which is neutralized by the base, volume of acid which is neutralized by the base, we subtract this volume by the initial volume of acid, we get the volume V2. This is the volume which is used to neutralize the ammonia. Now, to know the percentage of nitrogen, we use the formula N1 normality of the acid, V1 minus V means V2 volume of the base. V2 volume is the volume of the acid which is used to neutralize the ammonia into 14 divided by 10 into W. By this formula, you can calculate the percentage of nitrogen in given organic compound. I hope that you understood all the methods to calculate the or to estimate the carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen in the given organic compound. Try to do the numerical. Now you have studied the estimation of carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen. Now you will study the estimation of halogen, because all of you know that most of the time halogen is also present in the hydrocarbon. So if halogen is present, we represent the halogen by the symbol X. By using the Carius method, we can calculate the estimation of halogen. As we take a Carius tube, and in that we fill a little amount of up to 0.2 to 3.2 to 0.3 gram of organic compound which contain the halogen along with a little amount of silver nitrate will fill, and in that tube also we place the fumic nitric acid. When the reaction takes place, the halogen present in the organic compound change into the silver halide, which get precipitated. We measure the mass of this silver halide. Let if the mass of the organic compound taken is W1 gram, mass of the silver halide formed is the W2 gram. Atomic mass of the halogen is X and molecular mass of the silver halide AgX is 108 plus X, as 108 is the atomic mass of silver. So we have to calculate the percentage of halogen in the organic compound by using the formula atomic mass X, atomic mass of halogen X by molecular mass of silver halide 108 plus X into mass of halogen, mass of silver halide formed divided by mass of organic compound into 100, or in short we can write down atomic mass of halogen divided by atomic mass of silver halide into mass of silver halide, that is W2 upon mass of organic compound W1 into 100. This is the formula to calculate the percentage composition of halogen. So this is by using this formula you can calculate the percentage of hydrogen. If you know the atomic mass of halogen, molecular mass of silver halide form, mass of silver halide, mass of given organic compound into 100. Next, sometimes in organic compound sulfur is present. So to estimate the sulfur by Cagliost's method, we take the organic compound in the Cagliost's tube and we heat it in presence of fuming nitric acid, as fuming nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. So when we treat the organic compound containing sulfur with fuming nitric acid, it will change into the sulfuric acid. As sulfur present in the organic compound get converted into the sulfuric acid. Then the formed sulfuric acid is treated with the barium chloride solution. Barium chloride solution, when react with sulfuric acid, it will form the barium sulfate, which is the white color precipitate. And by measuring the mass of this formed barium sulfate, we can find out the percentage of sulfur in the organic compound. Let the mass of organic compound taken is W1 gram. Mass of barium sulfate formed during the reaction is W2 gram. Molecular mass of the barium sulfate. All of you know that atomic mass of the barium is 137. Mass of sulfur is 32. Mass of oxygen is 16 gram. But here 4 atoms of oxygen. So we multiplied it by 4. 137 plus 32 plus 64 is equal to 233. This is the molecular mass of barium sulfate. Now, to estimate the sulfur, we use the formula percentage of sulfur is equal to 32 divided by 233 into mass of barium sulfate formed divided by molecular mass divided by mass of given organic compound into 100. So, if you know the mass of one atom of sulfur, molecular mass of barium sulfate, mass of barium sulfate formed during the reaction is W2 gram and mass of given organic compound, that is W1 gram. We multiplied this by 100, we can find out the percentage composition of sulfur in the given organic compound by using this formula. So this is all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.